As we've been reporting, the US President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk have sat down for their first TV interview. They discussed the Tesla CEO's work in the Department of Government Efficiency and the President's first 100 days in office. Joining us live now is Honorary Professor of Political Science at the University of Sydney, Simon Jackman. Simon, good to see you as always. Thanks for your time. It is pretty unusual, isn't it, to see any president share an interview with anyone. What did you make of the Fox sit-down?
Oh, wow. Pretty friendly territory, all right, to appear with Sean Hannity. That's as good as it's going to get for Donald Trump, and sort of a great platform, if you will, to introduce Elon Musk and to explain his role in the administration, not just to the Fox audience, but also to the American people. Clearly what Hannity was doing, and he said as much in parts of the interview, was to sort of go over the Musk biography, taking us all the way back to PayPal and bringing him through his, amazing accomplishments as a business founder and technologist at Tesla and SpaceX. I think the exercise was largely, about, one of reassurance. There've been a lot of controversy, as we all know, around exactly what it is Musk and his legions of data people are up to, roaming around parts of the federal government and getting access to databases and whatnot. And I think this was partly an exercise in reassurance, trying to demonstrate that, how seriously, by the way, that Trump takes what Musk brings to the table, and B, that Musk is not some sort of technologist devil incarnate figure. I think the agenda for Trump, at least, and again, as I said, a very friendly audience, a friendly set of questions from Hannity, and many of the questions came from Trump, by the way. That's about as easy sailing as it will get for that particular PR exercise.
It has been a bit hard to keep up with all the Elon Musk news. He seems to be making headlines every day for something. What exactly is it that he wants to do in terms of key changes? What exactly is his job?
Look, above all, it's delivering what government does more cheaply and more efficiently. And, good luck. There's no doubt that big parts of the US government, newsflash, run inefficiently. I'm being sarcastic there, by the way. But moreover, I think Trump is just enormously impressed with these sorts of characters, people that have been successful as entrepreneurs. As Trump, rhapsodical about the about SpaceX's successes, and there's no doubt about it, right? This is the thing about Musk, why it's such a perplexing character. He has changed the space industry, right? There's SpaceX and there's everybody else, right? The United States under NASA was spending $1 billion for a space shuttle mission to replenish the space station. He transformed that industry. He brought the rest of the world kicking and screaming to embrace electric vehicles. The guy is as a rival of his, Steve Bannon said, he is this generation's Thomas Edison. There's no doubt about it. But the idea from Trump's perspective is to bring that same sort of mindset, that amazing process engineering that Musk clearly has. Can some of that be brought to bear in the processes and internal functions of the United States government, the biggest bureaucracy on the planet, at least parts of it, in terms of the functions they have. And at some level, that's really great. Could government run more efficiently? Are there some very creaky old IT systems there that need to be kicking and screaming into the 21st century? Absolutely. But I think the manner by which it's happening, and the idea that we're identifying mass fraud, I think there've been already been some clear signs of overstep there. Key workers having to be hired back. And often, don't always impute sort of incompetence, malice, or sloth, when sloth or incompetence will suffice. I think it's a rule I learned in my career as an academic. I think it's a rule that applies equally to large organizations like the United States government. So waste, perhaps, fraud, I think there's far less of that going on than I think Musk will in due course discover.
Simon Jackman, appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Thank you.